Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for watching Ganap TV with John and Bench. This afternoon, we have a very special guest because he will talk about mental health issues, especially the effect of COVID-19 lockdown. He is from Australia. He is a professional BMX rider, builder, author, NLP practitioner, and a mindset coach. He helped people struggling with their unfulfilling lives that lack clarity, passion, and unfulfilled. His goal is to help as many people as possible to create the best versions of themselves through the intensive trainings and programs. So, ladies and gentlemen, our guest for today, we have Mr. Chris Symons. Okay, mga kaganap, please welcome Mr. Chris Symons. Hello, Chris.
Thank you. Good afternoon. How are you? Yeah, Sydney, Australia.
Welcome to the show, Chris.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Lovely,
We're
lovely.
honored.
Lovely to be here from the comfort of my own home.
Yeah, we're honored to be our guest today, and I know that we will learn a lot from you. So I think we're gonna start already asking questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but right now we just wanted to check the situation in Australia.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So currently in Australia, there's not a lockdown as such. It's it's more called an isolation where if we can stay at home, it's better to stay at home. But we don't have to. We can go out for a little bit. Australia, over the last 2 weeks, has gotten a lot better. Our cases of coronavirus has gone down.
That's great.
So yeah, it's looking very positive because we stayed home for the last 3 or 4 weeks. We really, but I guess we're just very lucky here in Australia that we're so far away from everybody that we didn't get a lot of cases. We didn't get hit very hard. So we're very lucky that way. So that's even more reason why I like to do this, to share and inspire other people and hopefully help other people, dealing and struggling with, mental health, not happy, unfulfilled, so yeah.
Yeah. Actually, that's why I invited you, because I saw your profile and you're the right person to be our guest in our show, because this is our objective and our purpose of the show is to really inspire people, especially at this time, during the lockdown, and how people are coping up with the situation, because there's a lot of situations going on around and inside their houses. Like, every individual suffering from depression, anxiety attacks, stress, and everything. And I think that you're the right person to speak about it.
Well, John, like I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I myself have struggled through mental health issues myself. About 6 years ago, I went through anxiety and depression, and it came from, I'll cut a long story short, but basically it was from a girlfriend that I really loved. I was with her for 2 years, and I wanted to marry her. And you know, I was very in love with her, and I was about 26 years old. I'm 25 years old. I'm 32 now, so about 6-7 years ago, and I found out she was cheating on me with not one guy, a few different guys, and it just ripped my heart apart, my soul apart. My mind, I was so strong, so confident, you know, so happy majority of my life. You know, I used to be an ex-professional BMX rider. I used to travel around Australia doing tricks on the bike, you know, and play football and gym. So I was very fit, very confident, happy. And when that happened, my mind started to spiral out of control. And I went from being so happy to very anxious, to where I felt I was going to have a heart attack all the time. I couldn't sleep. I started to take sleeping tablets because I just could not sleep. And then it was getting worse. I was on the train on the way to work, you know, on the train. And it was a 1 hour train ride from where I lived to where my work was, 1 hour. And I have to get off up to 3 times, get off the train, because I thought I was going to have a heart attack. I was having panic attacks. My mind just couldn't handle the pain. It was just so much pain. So much, in fact, that I even went on antidepressants, and I was still depressed. You know, I went on them for like 18 months, and I was still depressed. And I just couldn't work out why. And my thoughts were even going to suicidal thoughts. Like I was getting scared of my own thoughts, you know, of like killing myself or jumping off a bridge. It would tell me all these thoughts, and it was so scary. And it's funny because that deep and dark moment helped me to get where I am now. I'm very grateful for that deep and dark moment, because I was able to go to the depths of myself, of my mind. And you know, there's just times where you're sitting in your room and you're crying for no reason, like, and you just want to die. Every day is painful. Every day is like hell. Every day is hell. And you try and put a smile on when you go to work. You're like, haha, and inside you're dying. Like you know. And it's very hard, you know, to talk about it, you know, in a society. You know, I used to work in construction on the building site with a lot of men. And, you know, a lot of men, especially in Australia, I don't know too much in the Philippines, but they don't really talk about it too much, about the issues, you know. If I say, you know, a friend at work or even a friend, hey, I'm struggling, like my girlfriend cheated on me, I'm depressed, they'll be like, you're all right, mate, just have a beer, you'll be fine, don't worry, you know. So it really got me to intrigued and wanted, like, the only way out was up. The only way out was up. I couldn't go any lower, right? It was either I was going to die and commit suicide, or I'm going to go up. So I went on a bit of a personal development journey, and I started reading books. And at school, when I went to school and I was the lowest in my school. I didn't care about school. I just went to school to play sports and to have fun, talk to girls, have fun. I didn't really care about learning that much. I still did enough to pass my HSC. I passed my test in year 12. I got a good job, that's fine. But I never read a book in school. So after that happened, when I was 27, I read my first book in my whole life, called Think and, this is The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. I really suggest people out there, Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. And it really changed my life. And I just read it, and I felt the more I started to read and invest in myself and just learn, you know, YouTube videos, motivation, listening to podcasts, audiobook, you know, reading and constantly growing and, you know, doing other courses to benefit myself, you know. And the more I grew and the more I went to seminars, you know, I went to like Tony Robbins, and you know, the more I went to these seminars and hang around people that are full of love, it just lit me up. And you know, I was able to get off my antidepressants after 18 months, and it was one of the hardest things ever to get off. And since then, I've worked on myself relentlessly, and I've read like over 100 books. I've spent over $100,000 on courses, seminars, coaches. You know, at the moment, I have a coach and a mentor that teaches me. So they always keep me accountable, and it's very important. And you don't just have to have a coach or a mentor, but you have to continuously work on yourself. You have to grow. Okay, like, see, this is a real plant. This is real. If this plant doesn't get water and stops growing, it's dead. It's the same as a human. We're part of the earth. We're part of the universe. If we don't drink water, we don't take oxygen, and we don't grow, not just growing our muscles, growing our brain, growing our mind. Okay, like, you know, many of us, we get the new iPhone. My iPhone's up there. We get the new iPhone with all 3 cameras at the back, more memory, everything like that. Every 6 months, we get a new iPhone. But yet, we don't upgrade our mind. We upgrade our phone more than we upgrade our mind. You know, like, there's people still running Windows 95 hardware in their head in 2020, right? And it doesn't work in this generation. And we wonder why there's a lot of problems, because people have not invested in themselves and into their mind to understand and be able to cope with and as we see, like, you know, look what's happened with the COVID-19. All of a sudden, the whole world shifts, right? And if you're not ready in the mind mentally, it can really shock you. You know, you get fear, uncertainty, you get all those feelings. But like, for me, I've thrived through this. Like, I'm like looking for opportunities. You know, I'm looking for people I can help. It's lighting me up even more. Okay, and so I guess it's just a different look.
Yeah, as you said, you've been through a lot of stress and depression. So before coping up, there's a process before you, being the person as you are right now. So just like you said, reading, coaching. Another thing is by speaking up, right?
Speaking up, definitely speak up. It's not weak to speak, right? And the thing about this is vulnerability is powerful. Vulnerability is power. You know, if you can have enough courage, enough guts to be open with people and tell them about, you know, man, I'm stuffed up here. You know, can you swear on here? Like, I'm stuffed up. I'm in a bad way. You know, some people are going to leave you. Some people are going to come closer. And vulnerability is power. And until you can look in the mirror at yourself and be totally honest and say, you know, I'm stuffed up right now. I need to fix myself, right? Like, you need to be honest, not just with the outside world, but with yourself. You know, we walk around society with a mask on to act like we're happy, and inside we're not happy. And the more, you know, we put our emotions deep inside us, and they never go away. They come back in 1 year, 2 years, 10 years, 20 years. They'll come back out, right? And it's not a way to live. You know, it's not a way to live through life with those type of emotions deep inside you, to suppress your emotions.
So you're telling us that you really have to confront the issues, no?
Yes.
So if you really suffering from it, you really have to confront. You don't deny, because some people really have those attitude of self-denial that they said, like, no, I don't have those things. I'm not depressed. But actually, they have the symptoms of being a depressed person, right? So the way you cope up with this is, what you're telling us, is you really have to confront the issues, confront your situation, so that you really overcome the situation. Okay, now I have a question. So you're gonna tell us everything, because our viewers will really learn from you, and everyone will be listening to it. So what do you think is the effect of COVID-19 socially, mentally, emotionally, physically, and financially for every individual? So let's talk about first the mental effect of the COVID-19. What's the effect of this to the people, and how people can cope up with it mentally?
Yeah. So mentally, you know, things like loneliness, you know, things like chronic loneliness. In Australia, there's a statistic that 1 in 4 people are reported to be lonely. human beings, this was before COVID-19, that human beings have never felt so lonely, which is very surprising because we have phones that can talk all around the world. We have planes we can go. We've never been so connected, yet we feel so lonely. And my belief is that we're not vulnerable enough. Many people are not being real with the world and with themselves. We try to fake how we're feeling, right? And so with the COVID-19, it's definitely important to check in with loneliness, because loneliness is linked to depression. And, you know, things like loneliness and depression can be linked to type 2 diabetes. You know, like your body can go at a dis-ease, you know, like dis-ease, your body is at a dis-ease. And your mind is so powerful that if we're not thinking correctly and positive for too long, if we're in a negative spiral, it can put your body at a dis-ease quicker. So it's very important that, you know, we got to check in with each other. Positivity every day. And like, I really mean that. Not every now and then, not for a little while, every single day. Okay. So, you know, we've got to practice gratitude. Okay. You got to practice at least 10 minutes a day, at least. Okay. And you don't have to meditate. You just have to sit there and feel it from your heart and say, even, I'm grateful for this heart right now that's pumping, you know, hundreds of thousands of times per day. I'm so grateful for this heart. You know, I'm grateful for this water. I'm grateful for my mum and dad. I'm grateful. You know, you got to really feel that, not just go, I'm grateful. Yeah, okay, whatever. You got to really feel it in your heart. And because this can release oxytocin, which is the love hormone. Okay, the love hormone, which is released from gratitude. Okay, and you can get gratitude from doing things for other people, or loving somebody. You know, when you're stressed, you had a bad day, and you hug someone you love, and when you feel that, that is because your stress is cortisol. Cortisol is stress. And then oxytocin comes from love and gratitude. And oxytocin, the gratitude, is one of the only things that can counteract stress levels almost instantly. So, you know, we live in a stress epidemic society, and it's caused by the lack of gratitude. We focus on everything we don't have. We focus on everything, oh, I wish I had this, instead of focusing on everything we do have, right? Because where focus goes, energy flows. Okay, so where focus goes, energy will flow. So you got to check in on yourself and be conscious of your thoughts and think, shit, I'm thinking negative here. Oh, I shouldn't, you know, and snap yourself out of that. Okay, and you got to focus on something nice, you know, getting your partner some flowers, or doing something for your kids, or doing something, you know, a random act of kindness for your neighbor. Something, you know, that's not just about you. Okay, yeah. When you do something that's not just about you and you give, there's such a great feeling about that. And when you get oxytocin, it can kill stress, cortisol levels, and anxiety almost instantly. And the most amazing thing as well is that it can repair, oxytocin can repair damages to the cardiovascular system that has caused by stress and anxiety. So that's how amazing it is. It's gratitude. Your life depends on gratitude. Your life, your vitality, really gratitude is one of the keys to life.
Yeah, that's a very nice pointers. Like, for example, I really get your point here, because now we're all locked down and we're really alone in our places. Like, I have friends abroad, like, they're calling me up and they said, like, John, I'm already suffering from anxiety attack, and I already have insomnia. And, you know, those things are really a lot affect and causes to a lot of situation because of what's really going on. So
yeah.
It's really a good point that you're telling us that the oxytocin is produces like it's a hormones, right?
Hormones.
Yeah.
So once you give us gratitude, you know, you show gratitude to people, so you produces like a happy hormones.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, that's so nice. Yes, yeah. Yes. That's why, Bench, you have to be so thankful to God that you woke up this morning, despite that we're alone in the room, we're alone in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God still woke us up, and thank God again to the people there, your family, right?
Definitely. And just the touch point on that is, so with coronavirus and with being locked down, now humans, we feel a great amount of pain when we feel we have lost something. If we feel we have lost something, we feel pain. So right now, you know, in a relationship, you feel like you've lost love or you've lost your partner or something like that, right? You lost, okay? So you can even lose, like, you know, when your dinner is coming or something, it's getting delivered by Uber or whatever it's called, Uber Eats, and it doesn't show up. You think, oh my God, I didn't get my dinner. But that's not bad, right? That's not a big thing. But then when you lose things like a partner or a loved one, you know, that's a feeling of loss. And now we're feeling a loss of our freedom. So when human beings feel like we have lost something, we feel deep that we feel like, oh my God, I lost something. But we can also flip the switch around on our minds and be like, have I really lost? What have I lost? I haven't lost anything. I'm just inside my house now for 6 months, 3 months, however long it's taken. The only thing you really lost is your freedom to do what you want, but you don't lose when your mentality comes from, I'm lucky, I'm here, I'm healthy, I have my family. Like, it could be a lot worse, right? You know, like, there's a lot more places in the world, you know, in Africa or Afghan, there's a lot more places around the world that could be worse than where you are, right? And again, a lot of the times, your story, there's many other people way worse that are happier than you. You know, there's way more people that had a worse time than you, and they're still more happier because their mind is not focused on all their bad points and all the things they don't have. They're still able to think of what they have. They're still able to, whether they have a faith of God or whether they love their kids or whatever it is, they don't focus on the loss. When you focus on the loss, you feel pain. So you don't, and this can be a trick I wish I knew back 6-7 years ago when my partner cheated on me. The reason why I felt so hurt is because I felt a feeling of loss. But when you can trick yourself and your mind, you can trick it. When you lose something, you're meant to feel the pain. You're allowed to. It's human emotion. You know, you have anxiety, depression. This is a human emotion. We have joy, happiness. It's human emotion. Same thing. You're allowed to feel depressed and anxiety. You're allowed to feel happy and joy. But you just don't want to feel anxiety, depressed for too long. So it's up to us to reinforce with positive thoughts, gratitude, because your mind is a 2 million year old mind. It's 2 million year old brain. It was not designed to be happy. It's not designed to be happy. It's designed for you to survive. It's designed for you to say, oh my God, is there a saber-toothed tiger? You know, back 2 million years ago, there was a saber-toothed tiger around the corner. You know, we say, oh my God, but there's no more saber-toothed tiger anymore. But now our mind still has the same brain. It looks at, oh my God, I haven't got freedom. Oh my God, I can't go out of my house. Oh my God, coronavirus. So now they're putting in their head, their brain knows no different than like coronavirus or no freedom is like the saber-toothed tiger. They're very like, right? But it's very easy if you're unaware of this, how the mind works. It's so easy to slip into this because your mind is naturally negative. It's not there to make you happy. It's there to survive. That's all. That's what your mind is there to survive. So it's up to us to, you know, educate it to positive thoughts, gratitude. It's up to us to make ourselves how we feel.
Chris, I'm gonna tell you something.
Yes, John.
I hope Bench will not get mad at me. Bench just had suffered from depression lately because
Oh my God, John.
But yeah,
I'm just kidding. Anyway, I'm just, you know, because we're being so serious.
So
So
serious.
just
to feel depressed. It's okay.
Yeah, and one of the thing that I did was, you know, according to John, you have to come out, you have to talk to the people, you have to, you know, you don't need to stay at home. You don't need to,
I'm going to give you guys a trick, an amazing trick. Okay? Now, your body emotions come from motion. Okay? Now, you tell me, I'm going to do something with my body, and you tell me what I'm feeling. So if I go like this, what am I?
Is this an exercise, Chris?
Yeah, you're gonna tell me. Am I what emotion am I feeling? If I go like this, what am I?
Okay.
What emotion would this be? This is depressed. When you feel depressed, your shoulders go like this, your head goes down.
You're shy. You say like that.
And
So
you tap your leg.
So those are the symptoms.
Oh my God.
And you
have you experienced
leg,
that, Bench?
Yeah.
And your leg will go up and down. You'll tap, tap, tap. Yeah?
Yes.
That is a way of feeling anxiety. Your body knows this is anxiety, okay? So a way to trick it, and when you breathe, when you have anxiety or depression, you breathe a lot shallower. You know, you go instead of when you're happy, when you're confident, shoulders back, deep breath in, and you open it up. Okay, even if you're depressed or anxiety, you still feel it. You have to do up like this, head up, deep breaths. Okay, this is going to trick your body, your brain, to thinking, am I happy or sad? I don't know what I am, but it's going to force you. So if you're depressed, look up and smile. You can't be depressed. Go, try it now. Look up and try to be sad and smile. You got this? And I can't. I have to be happy. That's how powerful your body language is. So with NLP techniques, we speak from up to 55% from body language, okay, from our body. Everybody knows like this is depression and this is happy. So it's very important to remind yourself to be up and breathing, to be happy. Even around the house. When you're around the house, head up. Yeah, so putting your head down is going to make you more depressed. So we need to keep our head up.
Now we know.
Yeah.
Now we know. So every day we will do like that.
Yes.
I am happy. I am happy.
I'm happy.
I'm happy.
Here's another one. I'm going to tell you another one. So, do you know Superman? Do you know Superman?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, this is called the Superman pose. Superman. If you stand like this and take deep breaths like this in the nose for 7 minutes, 7 seconds. So we go like this, in for 7, hold it for 7 seconds, and then out for 7 seconds. In for 7 seconds, hold for 7 seconds, out for 7 seconds, okay? Now we do that 10 times, and then we hold here for 10 to 15 minutes. Your testosterone will increase to up to 15%. If you stay like this for 10-15 minutes, your confidence and your testosterone will boost, and this is male and female, your testosterone will go up and you will feel more confident just by this.
Oh.
Yes. Like that. You can do this anywhere. At home, you do this for 10 or 15 minutes, you will feel like Superman. You will feel like Superman.
Yeah.
You can be sad, you can feel depressed, but you can still trick yourself and your mind to feel like Superman.
Yeah, I feel good.
You have to do this. You have to do this even when you don't feel like it. You know, you're not gonna feel like it when you're depressed, but you still got to do it when you're depressed. You got to do it even when you don't feel like it.
Yeah. Thank you
It's
so
like,
much.
Yeah, it's like a warm
Feels
up.
so good.
John, it's like a warm up exercise, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yes,
Proper breathing.
you're strong, you're confident, you're powerful.
Yes.
You know.
Okay. So anyway, you already cover up mental and emotional. Let's go to physical and social effect of the situation. now we learn from you with regards to emotional. So we really have to think positive. We have to be happy. We have to see, have those gratitude and everything that you're telling us. And I hope that our viewers are learning today.
Yes.
So now, tell us about the effect of physical and social.
Mhm.
So physical effects. So I guess to stay, fit, I guess it's obviously a lot difficult because, there's no gyms, right? And, it's you guys are so locked down, you can't even go for a run right now, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
In Australia, we're lucky enough we can still walk and run, right?
Yeah.
But with the lockdown where you guys are at, it's still important that, you do some push-ups, you do some sit-ups. You have to get your heart rate up. Even if it's just 10 to 15 minutes a day, that's all we need. Just 10
Wait,
to 15
Chris, Bench is already sweating.
Sweating.
Bench is already done a workout.
with just one exercise, he's already sweating. Okay, yeah, you may continue, Chris.
Yes. So with the physical, so what I like to do to warm myself up is I like to do priming. Okay. Now you do it in with your nose and out your mouth. So you go like this, in your nose and out your nose. So you go like this.
Oh, really?
Okay.
In your nose, out your nose, like that. So we do this for 30 seconds, and then we go, and then we go again. We do this 3 times. Now what happens is, so you want to do it again? There we go. And let me let it out. Okay? In with the good, out with the bad.
Yeah.
In with the good, out with the bad. In with the good, out with the bad. Okay?
Wow.
Okay.
That's good.
We are learning a lot.
What
You're
happens?
inhaling the good and exhaling the bad.
Yeah.
Yes. So what is actually happening inside us is, our lungs fill up with air, yeah? And it's doing it really quick, like this, okay? So that means oxygen is going inside the blood, and it's making the blood move quicker, and it's making the heart pump. Because, have you ever seen a pool? A pool that we swim in?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen if the motor breaks, the motor, the engine, if it breaks, within 1 week or 2 weeks, the water goes green. It goes green, and it gets mosquitoes, because the water's not moving, no chlorine. It's the same as our body. Our blood is, it is 70 to 80% water, our blood.
Yeah.
So when it doesn't move, when it just sits there and it doesn't move, it gets diseased. It gets your blood gets dirty because it's not filtering like a pool. It will go green. You'll get mosquitoes in your blood. You get, not mosquitoes, but you get disease. You get blood clots. You start to get more depressed because you need your blood flowing around in your brain, so it filters out the bad, out with the bad, in with the good. So the water is the good, and then we flush it out. The air, the oxygen is the good, and we get all the bad out. It's very important. The human is like a machine.
So now you told us some exercise. You gave us some exercise how to breathe in the good thing and exhale the bad thing. Okay, the negative thing. Okay, now yes. So let's go on to the final thing, which is the financial effect. I know this will really going to be a disaster after the COVID. And what do you think?
Obviously, with financial is a very tough one because the whole world is struggling right now, right? Like Australia, America, Philippines. So we're all in the same boat here, right? We're all affecting it. It's not like Philippines is good financially in Australia. we all have the same, you know. Australia, I think Australian people lost maybe 6 million people or 7 million people lost their job. You know, that's not that much really compared to the whole world, but we only have 25 million people in Australia. So, you know, the government is paying a lot of money to people to stay home so they don't go. They said the government is saying, we'll give you money to stay home. Okay, so, but people are losing their job, you know. So this is, you know, people have home loans. They have to pay for housing. So a lot of people are losing their houses, you know. So I know, like, in places like the Philippines and that too, people are going to lose their job. They got houses, they got that. So one thing I would have to say is that we started off where we were. We can always make it back. We always can make it back. So try not to focus so much that we lost. Remember, if we focus on everything at a loss, human beings feel such a deep pain when we feel we lost. So if you, I don't know, it's very hard, but, you know, if you lost your job, you know, it's very hard, right? Yeah. But you have to think, I'm going to get a better one. I'm going to get a bigger one when COVID stops and I can go. And I'm going to get a better job and make more money, and I'm going to be further ahead than where I was, right? You have to have an optimistic mind, okay? Because optimism is the one quality, top quality that is associated with success. So you have to, you know, really focus that. I know it's hard now, but, you know, read a book. Look at, like, just read many books. Read books. Constantly read books. This is a perfect time to stay in, fill your mind full of knowledge. So when COVID-19 stops, you're going bang. You get a job, bang. You get a better job than you had before. Okay, that's why we can't focus on our past. As the past is the past, okay? The past does not equal your future unless you live there. If you live in the past, then you're going to stay in the past. Yeah. But it's not about what happened yesterday. It's what you're going to do about it. It's what you're going to do about it will shape your tomorrow. Okay, and I know it's hard. It's easy is not an option here. Easy is not an option for anybody. Okay, hard is the only way. But, you know, with challenges grows strength. You know, when you go to the gym, you have to put weights on and you challenge, and then you grow muscles. You go for a run. It's the same as this. When you read books, your brain fills up like going to the gym, and you become strong in finances, you know? So it's like, you know, some people say, oh, you're lucky. You got a good job. No. It's when you prepare, when preparation meets opportunity, then you're ready to go. See? If you're not prepared and an opportunity comes to you, you're going to miss the opportunity. Okay? So you have to prepare, you know, like a soccer player. They say, oh, a soccer player is lucky, but he's been training for 17 years to be a overnight success. You know, Lionel Messi, you know, Ronaldo, they train for 17, 18 years, and then they become a success in 18 years. So you have to really use this time wisely. Okay? Like, read books, listen to podcasts, audiobooks, make your brain grow, get an abundant mindset, a money mindset. So, and it's hard. But when you come out of quarantine, you want to come with a bang. And you go to a job and your CV, you know, your resume, your CV, you go to a job, you say, I know this, I know that. Bang. You have to be ready for it. Okay? Because there's no point we can keep on worrying about, oh, I lost my job. I lost my house. I lost it. Yes, it's very hard. We know this. But where does it get you? You can keep whinging for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. There's no point. You might as well dust yourself off. It happened. I lost my job. I've lost money now. But now, how lucky are we that we have the opportunity to now still get money and start again? There's a lot of people in other countries and around the world that haven't even got an opportunity to go again. They haven't got an opportunity to get another job. Ever. Yeah. Like, they can never. It's so hard for them, right? So you can be grateful for how lucky that you can get a job when Corona's over, because a lot of people can't. So don't be ungrateful and be like, oh my God, I lost my job. Okay, so did hundreds of millions of people around the whole world. Okay, And obviously one of the biggest things as well is obviously it's going to be a loss of, you know, family members and friends. That's going to be an even harder one, right? That's even harder. But again, like, easy is not an option, you know. Life, you know, Bill Gates says life isn't fair. Get used to it. You know, many things have happened in my life that's not fair. You know, people have ripped me off, lots of money. Sometimes it's not fair. But I just think, okay, they ripped me off. That's okay. God can deal with them. Karma can deal with them. Right now, I'll focus my energy, all my energy will go into earning more money, being bigger, being better. And I don't worry about that money. I'll earn more, okay? Because if I focus on everything that's happening negative, where focus goes, energy flows. So if all my focus is on what I don't have, then it's not going to help me focus on where I want to go. You know, we need our energy. We've got to, you know, protect our energy. It's very valuable. Okay, we need our energy. We need to be powerful. We need to be strong. And, you know, we need to focus on what we're going to do about it, not all the loss. And I know it's a lot easier said than done, right? It's a lot easier said than done, but we're all going to go with it. One day I'm going to die. One day my mum is going to die. One day my dad's going to, it happens to everybody. Everybody goes through this, right? Our sister dies, our brother dies, our dog dies. This is a part of life. This is life, okay? It's a part of it. We have to feel it. But it's not about, the power of the mind is you feel it, you cry for 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month, maybe 6 months. But then that's it. We don't continue to, you know, we have the feelings, but we don't keep focusing on our losses. You know, you're allowed to focus for 1 month, 2 months, 6 months, maybe. You feel, yeah, okay, I feel it. And then after, you need to start focusing now what you're going to get, what I'm going to get. You know, we need to focus. The quicker you can get from focusing on negative to positive will win. The one that can focus from negative to positive quicker will win, will benefit, which will shoot out of the gates fast. So that's the focus of the mind needs to be on what we do have. I can see this. I'm going to get a better job. I'm going to earn more money. Inspire yourself. You know, but I'm going to get this. Yeah, it's tough now, but I'm going to use this pain, this power. Now it's going to be, this pain I have now is going to be the power. I'm going to make my mum proud. You know, like you have to have a strong why, a reason why, you know, like you do it for your mum, your dad, your grandparents, your kids, your children, or for yourself. So when it's hard, you think, okay, I know it's hard and I want to give up. I have it all the time. Sometimes I can be so strong and powerful, and in 5 minutes, half an hour, I'm like, oh man, I want to give up. I can't handle this. Right? This is how it is. In 1 hour, I can go from strong and powerful to go, oh, I want to give up, man. Oh, this is so hard. But that's okay. I'm allowed to feel this way for 1 minute, 1 hour, whatever. I can feel this way, but I don't stay there for days, 1 month. I pick myself up. Even when I want to give up, I say, no. We're going to keep looking this way, being grateful, right? And that's the power. That's where the power lies. Okay?
Okay. Thank you, Chris. We learned from you, and that's really a good pointers. Now, you know, at this time, you really feed up yourself with knowledge. While you're staying at home, you really have to read a lot of books. How you come up with the strategy, like if you're a businessman, what am I supposed to do? How I'm gonna market myself? I'm gonna,
learn before you earn. You must learn before you earn. You want to earn more, then learn more. Okay, because when preparation meets the opportunity, then somebody, a big boss or somebody's gonna go, wow, you're amazing. Come here. But if you're sleeping all the time and going, oh, it's too hard.
Being unproductive.
Unproductive. You know, when the new boss, when you go for the job, they say, no good.
Because this time, Chris, there's a lot of platforms, like we have YouTube, we have ebooks, we have books. So we have a lot of, platforms to use. Yeah, exactly.
So many resources everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, it's never a lack of resources. It's a lack of your resourcefulness. You're not being resourceful enough. There's the whole world has everything, you're just not being resourceful enough. You're not looking.
Okay. So thank you so much, Chris, for your time. I know
Thank you, John.
we're so happy and we're so honored to have you in our show. So
Thank you.
one day we will meet in person, and I hope we can have you with
We'll be back
us.
in the Philippines.
We'll
personal,
tour you in the Philippines.
we'll
Okay.
have a photo shoot. We will have you as one of our models, right, John?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. Bench is a photographer. And we have lots of photographer friends.
For the designer, John. Photographer and designer. Perfect.
Yes. Now we have a TV show.
And this time, Chris, can you give us your social media accounts so that all the viewers and followers can follow you back?
That would be great. Hey guys, so check me out on Instagram at Chris Symons _ Okay, I have a website as well, chrissymonscoaching.com. You can catch me on Facebook, Chris Symons, and same as YouTube, Chris Symons. So you can catch me all of there. You can get my book,
That's your book?
That is my book.
Wow.
Unleash your
You have
power.
a book.
Okay, 7 easy ways to go from anxiety and depression to happy and fearless.
Okay.
And it's got the lotus. Okay.
So where can they get that? Can they get that in the Amazon?
This is on my website, chrissymons.com. Okay, so Chris Symons is like that. And every dollar from this book goes to mental health. Every dollar.
Oh, that's a good purpose.
Yeah. So nice.
Yeah, $1 from this book goes to it's called the Beyond Blue, which is for mental health, charity for mental health to help people with suicide, anxiety. So get behind it, guys. And you know, vulnerability is power. You know, speak up. It's not weak to speak. Okay. You know, tell people your problems. It's going to bring people more connected. Okay. And remember what I've practiced: positivity every day. You know, gratitude every day. Have some goals. You know, learn before you earn.
Yeah.
You know, practice all these things, and you'll be strong. You have a strong mindset for success.
Okay. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you
so to end our show, we would like to thank you. We're so honored. We have really it's really a, you know,
we learned a lot.
Words cannot express our gratitude to you.
Yeah.
We're so blessed to have you in our show. Message to our people, to our viewers. Any last message?
The last message for the viewers is all you need is within you right now. Everything you need is in you. Not everything. You don't need a car or Ferrari. You don't need a house. Everything you need is inside you. All you need is within you now. Okay? You just got to find it. All the power, everything you need is under your depression and your anxiety and all your insecurities. It's all in there. But we got to get all of them out before your power is right underneath all your insecurities, all your depression. That's where your power is. So all you need is within you now.
Okay.
Dahil sa Ganap TV, kayo ang bida.
Yes.
Catch 'em all.